Hello everyone, welcome to today's reading. Oh my gosh, the energy that I'm feeling today has everything to do with manifestations, dreams coming true, everything that you have been working towards finally being put into motion to come to fruition. Now, this is for a lot of things across the board. Yes, this is for love situations, twin flame connections, but this is also for life, for career, for stability, for just pretty much anything that you can imagine, things that you have been kind of working on behind the scenes. I had a couple different cards actually come out while I was shuffling the deck to prepare for this reading. And the first set that came out was actually the Victory card, the Six of Wands, and the Chariot. They came out together, but I was only shuffling, preparing for this reading, and I put those cards back, and then these three came out together, and then they just really fit together. And when I felt that energy, I realized that this was actually the message that wants to come through today. And as I said that, I saw 111 on my recording timer, which is, just absolutely the number for your manifestations coming in quick. Like whatever you're thinking, make sure those thoughts are positive, because whatever it is, you are materializing that into your reality at that moment. So what I'm seeing here is that in the collective, there's been a lot of feelings of despondency. Some people may have been lamenting to those that they are close to for, whatever it is that took place in the past that they held remorse over, or that is still hurting them. And they're kind of looking at all of their cups as either empty or half empty. They just are not able to show or feel gratitude for what they do have, because they're not able to see what they have at that point. So what Spirit is telling you here is you have no idea about this full cup that's literally just coming in for you right around the corner. And this right around the corner theme also came up in the daily message that I posted on my Instagram just before this, where I said I was seeing in my third eye literally somebody turning a corner, and there was this present there, in the middle of this alleyway. So it's going to come in the most unexpected places, in the most unexpected ways. The presentation is not going to be the way that you would typically or normally expect to see. So this requires you to go within quite a bit. It requires you to clear your energy, to rest and rejuvenate, because the more you are, for example, on social media, interacting with other people, even just reading posts, even if you're not like, commenting or messaging somebody, just being around other people's energy can cause you to absorb it. So it's really important to detox your energy just as much as it is for your body and for anything else. So, you clean your house, you clean your room, you don't really think about cleaning your energy. And that's what this card is all about, because once you do that, you're going to be able to see what this is that's literally coming for you. Because I'm getting this message that when this does arrive, you may not recognize it right away. And it, like I said, it's not going to be expected, like it won't present itself in the way that you would expect. So you may not recognize the blessing for what it is, and you might actually look at it as something that's quite the opposite. I'm seeing somebody that will have their guard up quite a bit, where, they're just not ready, willing, or possibly even capable of seeing the good in things at this point, because they have been feeling so much darkness, so much heaviness in their heart chakra. Crown chakra purgings also cause a lot of imbalances within the energy body. And if this is going on for you, it's going to be really, really hard to be receptive to any good that comes, because your perception will be distorted at that point, and you're not going to be able to see it for what it is. So this time for clearing your energy and going within is really important for you to be able to lower this sword here and open your heart, because That's really what I'm sensing. It's not a heart chakra blockage. It's you literally just putting up a barrier because you can't see the good in things anymore. So if that's resonating for you, that's definitely how you would fix that problem. So ironically enough, we have the Devil card here at the bottom of the deck, which is really symbolic of, you know, toxic thought patterns, behaviors, you know, even addictions of some kind. And negative thinking really can become an addiction, even though you don't think of it that way, you know, but it truly does, because you get so conditioned or programmed into seeing things a certain way that you can't see outside of that box anymore. It's like you have these permanent lenses on, but the good news is they're not permanent, you know. You are about to reap what you've been sowing. This is what I'm seeing here, the Seven of Pentacles. So you're here looking down at the ground, trying to dig up those seeds, but you're not seeing that all of these fruits are already born on the tree. You know, these pentacles, these fruits on the tree are already there ready for you to pick. And here you are trying to dig up the earth again and see, where did my seeds go? So this is where that perception really comes in handy, where, you know, when you clear your energy, then you can see things for what they are. That's really what I'm hearing Spirit say here. See things for what they are. The Queen of Swords. So notice the difference here. She is not holding her sword across her heart like the King of Swords is here. This Queen of Swords is actually facing these birds or things that are flying towards her. You know, in your case, this could be your manifestations. And she's actually holding up her sword in almost a defensive manner. And what are they? They're just birds, you know, and she's the one that's outside in nature. That's their home. So this is really that indication of needing to see things for what they are and putting that defensiveness away when you don't need it, because that's when it becomes maladaptive, right? Is when you, for example, have your fight or flight reaction when there's no tiger or bear or any kind of danger around you, and then you just experience all kinds of panicky feelings. Well, it's not necessary. So that's what these energies, especially with the lunar eclipse yesterday, I'm feeling people actually have a lot of frustration today. There's a lot of ego-based thinking going on today. People are getting annoyed at things that they normally wouldn't get annoyed by, just because they're internalizing all these energies. And everybody is kind of like in an empathic state lately, where they don't realize how sensitive they are to the energies that surround them. So here we have the Princess of Pentacles. So she is somebody that has actually picked her pentacle and she has it in her hands. And yet she has, like, you know, this wheat harvest up here. So she is placing more value on what she thinks she's wanting to harvest, rather than this coin here that has value also. You know what I mean? So she's, this I could, you know, I consider like her head based, right? So I've been manifesting this particular thing, and this is what I value, this is what I've been wanting, why do I not have it? Well, number one, not only do you have it already in your hand, but you're also not seeing it. What you're seeing is the wrapped present that you found in the alleyway in the corner, and you're not realizing that that present actually contains this within it. You're holding this up here, it's kind of like, you know, up on this pedestal of this is what I value, this is what I want, when you're actually holding it here. It's just in a different wrapping. And here is the sun coming up behind her with the, you know, actually at this point it looks like it's going down behind her, but it's still there. And the rays are really extending out to try and touch her, to shed light on what it is that she's missing, but yet the rays of the sun are not touching her. Like she has her back turned to it, so she can't tell, she can't see that. She is being asked to turn around and face it. We have the Star card that had flown out here. So emotional balance is what this card is really speaking to me about today, is that importance to find that emotional balance so you can tune into your higher self and intuition and hear what they're saying to you. Energy at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Yes, you have whatever you're desiring is coming in with stability. It's not something that's going to be fleeting or slipping through your fingers. It's something that it's going to, bring with it a grounded energy. And here we have the Three of Cups, you guys. And I heard Spirit say, once you recognize that, you will celebrate. Once you recognize that, you will absolutely celebrate. And I also do sense something like a baby shower coming up for somebody here soon. So that is a hyper-specific message that just kind of popped through. Ace of Swords. Yes. So with this, for the first time, I heard inner strength. After this lunar cycle, so many are going to find that inner strength and emotional stability within them that they probably felt they had lost for a while. The King of Pentacles. Yes, this is a person who knows what he's worked hard for, and he takes care of it. He is the one that brings the stability to his own life. And here we have the Fool. So there are many who, as we saw with the Four of Cups as the first card that had come out in the reading, we saw somebody that kind of had his back turned and didn't know what was coming. Well, what we also see here behind the Fool is the Sun again, which is largely symbolic for positive and good energy, especially in the tarot. And we have this Fool taking this leap of faith. So what I'm getting is that for some in the collective, this feeling of despondency had made it seem not worthwhile to pursue what they were passionate about pursuing. But I'm seeing that energy shifting here. Once you're able to recognize that what you have been working hard towards is actually already with you. The packaging just might look different. Here we have the Empress, and look at that. The Empress now also has that same wheat in her hand as the Princess of Pentacles did, but now it's on her lap. Now she is really realizing that, wow, yes, I do have it. She brought it down from this pedestal-like headspace above her crown chakra where she was holding it, and she put it on her lap at her level and realized, wow, what I thought was unattainable, what I thought wasn't coming to me is actually right here in my hand. And now I'm going to put it in my lap so that I realize that I am fulfilled. I absolutely am fulfilled. My wish has absolutely been granted. The Six of Cups. I love this, you guys. For many of you, you've been manifesting a divine counterpart. You've been manifesting, some form of a soul connection relationship. And this card here is the absolute confirmation, with these two doing a curtsy to one another, that this person is about to cross your path, whether it's someone from the past, somebody that you know that you've been manifesting back into your life, or whether it is somebody new that you have never met before, but who will fulfill that desire for whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest. This person has been a slow mover. If it's somebody from your past especially, but also this could be for the new person, that this person has been a slow mover. If it is somebody new, I'm getting that maybe they held on to past hurts for a long time, and they didn't believe that they could find stability in a relationship. They felt that they just had to provide that for themselves. So therefore they were pretty much at a standstill with their life for so long, not wanting to put their heart out there again, to take a risk, to, put your heart on the line for it to get hurt, or I just heard Spirit say shattered again. So could be that, you know, this person may have felt that their heart was shattered by a love interest in the past. So they have been moving slow, but now with this shift in energy post the eclipse, I'm seeing a very fast forward movement. Like these Eight of Wands are literally flying through the air. And this is what is gaining momentum in these types of connections, is this desire to move out of those unhealthy, toxic patterns, you know, trains of thought, even connections that just are not serving you anymore. They're just so toxic. They're so emotionally binding, and there's just this longing to be free, this longing to move forward towards a brighter, better future. You know, I mean, here we have this this lady with her child who is just not in a good emotional state. If you look at her body language, if you look at her face and her posture, she looks like she's been crying. She looks like she just, you know, needs some form of positivity in her life right now because she's just not doing well. But this boatman is rowing her towards the better future. She's not even looking up to see where she's going because she's so, you know, focused on that grief within her. But this is divine timing here, rowing you towards that better future that you're not even looking up to see. You're stuck in this restless, anxiety-filled, sleepless night type of energy at this point. So these are the energies that we are actually shifting out of through this lunar cycle. Here we have the Nine of Wands. So this is ultimate confirmation, you guys, that once you're done rowing forward and you've reached that destination, you're going to look back and see how far you've come, and it's going to shock you that, wow, I've literally been on this forward move all along, and I thought I was at a standstill. You know, like divine timing really was working in the background. I just didn't have that faith. And here we have the Hermit. So you are probably feeling lots of isolation at this point. You're feeling like you're not connected to people that you can feel safely connected to. You may have a lot of people around you. They may not be safe people. They may not be people that you want to share, you know, your deepest vulnerable things with. But that is where your divine counterpart comes in. Your happily ever after is just around the corner, somebody that you can share your cup of emotions with. And it's going to be safe. It's going to be, you know, all lined up on this beautiful rainbow where you're going to be able to open yourself up to this person. And your cups will not be toppled over. At this point, it's not even about choosing which path to take. With these two swords, I'm seeing two paths today. So it's not even about being stuck about choosing which path to take. It's being literally blindfolded and not even knowing that you have a second option. But notice the synchronicity here. We have the moon, and what have we been talking about, right? The lunar cycle, this new moon, this full moon eclipse that we had yesterday. That's exactly what these energies are moving you out of, is that blindfolded state of not being able to see what's actually in front of you and has been this whole time. Wow. There's a lot of stuck energy too, you guys. Like, I'm really feeling like so many energies might be hitting the collective at once to where they're not even aware that it's a conglomeration of so many different things, and they're trying to differentiate between what is this energy that I'm feeling. Well, the problem is it's so much more than just one energy, and that's why it's so overwhelming and so frustrating at this time. So that's what the Seven of Wands is. And here we have the Prince of Swords. So yeah, there's definitely, you know, whatever you're desiring coming in a lot quicker than you realized. And it's coming in with support. It's coming in with help, you know, like if it is a divine counterpart type of situation, they are actively seeking advice from people that they trust, from family members, friends, maybe some even from professionals or spiritualists, on how to reconnect with you and prove to you that they are kind and nurturing, that they're not there to use you, they're not there to hurt you in any way, that this is not a facade, that this is their true, genuine feelings. I heard big love and passion. So it's about proving to you that I actually do feel these things, and I don't want you to misconstrue me or my intentions. Yeah, Ace of Cups, a brand new beginning, fresh new beginning in love. And I'm being drawn to these blossoming water lilies or lotuses down here. And this to me is representing how your heart is going to blossom when you receive this new offer. But you have to open your eyes to be receptive to it. Let's see what else. I'm so happy that I can finally use this deck. The Hanged Man. So all this time that you and your counterpart have spent apart, have spent kind of feeling isolated or blocked from one another, you've actually been gaining some enlightenment around the situation. You've been gaining enlightenment around your own emotional needs, around what your own boundaries are and should be to maintain healthy relationships, and just in general around the other person. Maybe this time apart actually is helping you understand your counterpart and their struggles better. And that's what you need for the relationship to blossom, is you need a mutual understanding of one another. Because in the absence of that, the relationship absolutely cannot thrive. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. So here you're coming in as somebody with firm boundaries and yet passion and compassion. Compassion symbolized by these yellow sunflowers here, and passion by the wands. This is also fire sign energy, but I'm not picking up fire sign as much as I am just, you know, the sturdiness of passion, of the fire within you to be a new you. That's really what I'm seeing here, is the new you that is coming into blossom with this. What else do we need to know? Two of Wands, yeah. Yeah. Over here, this is both of you kind of looking out onto the horizon to see where you're headed, and you may not be able to see fully where you're headed, because if you look, the view of this man is kind of blocked by these pillars. He doesn't exactly know where he's headed. But there's a vast ocean in front of him, and there's so many ships as support that surround him that he may not be aware, but he's actually headed somewhere with a lot of support. And look at that. We had the Queen of Wands come out earlier. Here we have the King of Wands. So this is where the counterparts are really mirroring each other, where you are literally in the same suit within your divine feminine and masculine energies. You are both now firm in your boundaries. You are both now firm in your sense of self and in what you expect and accept out of connections and relationships. This means that you're cutting off people and things that no longer serve you. This means that you are not holding on to discomfort in order to keep somebody else comfortable and walking on eggshells. This means that you are growing so much spiritually, mentally, psychologically as a person. You are realizing your own value and worth. You are literally ascending to a whole new level of you that you never thought you had in you before. And the great thing is that all of this is happening so subconsciously that it's not even, if you notice, you know, how this King of Wands is sitting, he almost seems to be in this thinking position, the way that he's touching his face while he's holding his wand out here to the side. And this tells me that it's like, wow, I'm thinking about, you know, all these things that I need to do, but here I am holding this wand that is symbolic of all of those things that I'm telling myself I need to do. This is growth that through divine timing, and through this separation process I have already achieved, which has made me ready for this union. That's such beautiful energy, you guys. 5 of Cups. Yeah, see here, this King of Wands is sitting here grieving over the past of those cups, and yet here he is, you know, with this new growth within him that because of current energies he can't see or recognize right now. We have the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Extremely synchronistic energy, you guys. The happily ever after plus a cherry on top is all there. It's all there, just waiting to be recognized. What else do we need to know? 9 of Pentacles. I heard fertility. Yes, there are, and I think I may have even said baby shower earlier. So yeah, somebody is definitely getting pregnant here soon. Somebody is definitely getting pregnant here soon. And you're creating the value that you want in your life. And you're doing it whether you realize it or not. Whether it's a conscious effort or not, at this point, it's just happening. I really love the energy that's coming through. Yeah, there was this feeling of being left out in the cold. You know, wondering if you will ever have a home and hearth, as I heard Spirit step in to say. Wondering if you'll ever have home and hearth. Yes, you will, because look what's coming in for you. We have the Hierophant. You have commitment coming in, whether that's commitment to yourself, to your career, to your counterpart, to the life that you want. Whatever it is, you are making a strong commitment here. And it's not something that you are consciously thinking about at this time, but it's something that is going to be on your mind for some time. After these gifts come into fruition, before you can recognize them for what they are. Any other messages? Justice. Yeah. Right now, because the energies are not as balanced, you can't recognize it. But your wish fulfillment is literally right around the corner. We have the Wheel here. This is not only about time turning in your favor, but this is literal forward motion that is taking place for you. So things are mobilizing. Things are definitely happening behind the scenes. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. I really, really, really love this energy that came through, you guys. I'm gonna do a little self-care guidance pull from my self-care oracle cards, and we'll see if there's anything that comes through here for the collective. Okay, hydrate, definitely. Make sure that you are hydrated, especially when you're feeling frustrated and just emotionally not that well. Because anger, frustration, those intense, more negative emotions do tend to dehydrate your body. Take care of your body, right? Give it nutritious food. Make sure you have balanced, vitamin-filled meals. Soul growth expansion. This is what you're going through, and everybody knows that when ascension is taking place, it really takes a toll on your body. You know, ascension symptoms are things like nausea, headaches, pains, ear ringing, you know, all kinds of those unpleasant things. So eat more high vibrational foods. This is the card that was left out from the other deck. Yeah. Be sure that you are being good to yourself and nourishing yourself during this time. It's not an easy process. This growth is not an easy process. It's very necessary. Get more into aromatherapy. So things that make you feel more relaxed, you know, whether it's like a sound bath, aromatherapy, a spa day, meditations, yoga, walks in nature, even just spending quality times with your pets or loved ones, whatever it is. Do what serves you and your energy the best, especially at these times. I just saw 5-5 for 55 seconds on my recording timer. Another indication of huge changes headed your way. And these are good changes. I'm feeling very positive energy here. So I'm going to wrap up today's reading right here, you guys. And I hope that you all will join me on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram handle in the video description box. You can check it out there. If you want to experience a personal reading from me, that would be the place to do it. I run pretty much daily specials except on Sundays. And that's also the place where you can purchase your twin flame manifestation affirmations from me. The price is $150 if you are interested. So many of you beautiful souls have already stopped by and purchased your copies, and many have seen such amazing results. They have actually manifested what they were hoping for with those affirmations, and so many are so much more heavily in alignment with what they're hoping to manifest that the manifestation is literally just around the corner. Like, they have seen so many steps already, you know, the bricks being laid for those steps to the materialization of their manifestations by using that and getting into vibrational alignment. So I do highly recommend that document. Stop by my Instagram if you are interested. And if not, I will definitely talk to you all again in the next reading video. Have a beautiful evening, you guys. Take care.